Testing, testing, testing. How's my sound? How's my sound? Salute to the members. Bobby Ramos, appreciate you. How's my sound? Am I sounding good? Okay, I sound good. Okay. Oh, man. Whew. You know, I had to get up on here. I don't really got no topic or nothing like that, but I haven't been on here in 2 days. So I said, let me get up on here. Salute to the members. Salute to the supporters, the genuine supporters. Salute to the chat. Salute to everybody who's watching from behind the scenes. Salute to everybody who catch this on the replay. Yeah, it's wicked. It's wicked out here. It is wicked out here. But what's been going on with y'all? Today is Wednesday. Hope all's well. Everybody had a productive day. David, what's going on? So what's been going on in the social media and the media? I don't know. I'll be trying to think of topics to discuss, but it just seems like a bunch of foolishness to me. I've been busy making videos. Okay, making videos about what? Miss Bobby Ramos. Seems interesting. I've been putting together a video too. Can't say yet. Okay. I like surprises. I can't wait. I definitely can't wait. I've been putting together a video of my trip. I took a trip to Nashville, I believe. I took a trip to Nashville. I seen a display. I think it's the Botanical Gardens, if I'm not mistaken, but I could be mistaken. But I was been supposed to put this video together, but yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I forgot, but I was going through my folders and files, and I came across some of the video I had took. So yeah, I'm gonna try to put that together. I can't say when because I don't want to say when and then it don't happen, but I'm definitely gonna start working on that. I'm thinking about taking another trip, but I'm not sure where. I'm not sure. Haley is in the building. What's going on, Miss Haley? How's your day going? Yeah, I'm thinking about taking a trip. Haley, are you from the States or are you from the UK or something like that? Somebody told me I gotta Zad. It was Zad that told me I need to get a visa, I guess to travel to the UK, I believe. But some people told me I don't need a visa, but I don't know. I just got my passport, so I'm just popping in to show support. Oh, appreciate you, Haley. Yeah, but I just got my passport, so I know I could start traveling out the country, but I'm just not sure where I'm trying to go. I might take a little trip to Ireland. Tiara, what's going on, Tiara? I'm in the UK, even though for the longest time you said I was Swiss. I said that. Oh no, I didn't. I did not say you were Swiss. I did. So do you know if I need a visa? I was told I need a visa to travel to the UK, but then somebody told me because I'm American that I don't need a visa to travel to the UK. So I don't know. I don't know where I want to travel to though. There's so many places. But I'm funny about food. You know, I don't eat meat. Pause. So when I do travel, the most I eat for breakfast is probably pancakes, waffles, French toast, and for dinner, pizza. For lunch, pizza. PT, we have known each other for a very long time, sir. Okay, okay. I don't recall saying you were Swiss, but maybe that was in my foggy days, my foggy days. But I recall. That's why I asked you from the UK. I recall, but it could have been somewhere else. I don't know. Don't come to the UK. It's cold and raining. Oh, okay, so when is a good time? When is a good time to come to the UK? Bart, what's going on, Bart? Okay, so I can't go to the UK. It's cold and raining. Let's see. Where else could I go? Maybe I could go to the Caribbean. Maybe I could go to the Caribbean islands. Or like I said, I always want to see like the Mayan temples and stuff like that. I don't know. Active, what's going on, Active? August? Only August? Lord. Wait, August is next. The year is almost over, isn't it? How many more months? It's probably like 2 or 3 more months in the year. We heading into 2026. So 2006, my New Year's resolution was to stop eating meat. Pause. So in 20 next year, 2026, New Year's would be 20 years. That would be 20 years since I ate meat. Pause. Ain't that crazy? Time flies, man. Time be flying. 20 years, ladies and gentlemen. 20 years since I have eaten meat. Pause. I don't know what'll happen to me if I eat. I haven't had any pork, any beef, any fish. 4 weeks? Wow. The government shutdown 2026 is about to be a purge. Big pause. Yeah, that's a long time, Bobby Ramos. A government shutdown? What do you mean? What you mean a government shutdown? What does that mean? A government shut? What do you mean? Like the government is like what? What does this mean? I don't understand. Explain. Yeah, I gotta look into this. Wait, hold on. Let's see. Hold on, let's see. Let's see. Government shut down 2026. A holiday. That's what y'all call it. I like that. Yeah, I went to Texas. Yep, I just came back. I think that last week. That's what y'all call it. A holiday. Look it up. The serious government shutdown. It depends on a lot of Okay, hold on. Let's see.
It depends a lot on politics and budgeting in Congress, but here's what government shutdown 2026 could mean and is already in motion, plus what to watch for. What's happening now, how we got here. The US federal government's fiscal year 2026 begins October 1st, 2025. If Congress fails to pass the required appropriations bills or a continuing resolution by then, a funding lapse occurs, triggering a government shutdown. Holland Knight, as of now, appropriations for FY 2026 have not all been enacted, and many agencies are preparing contingency shutdown plans. Holland and Knight, indeed, the government already entered a shutdown when funding expired at midnight, October 1st, 2025, for FY 2026, CBS News. So government shutdown 2026 is in effect happening now for FY 2026, unless Congress acts to restore funding. What a government shutdown means. When the government is shut down, i.e. funding lapses, agencies must cut back to essential, accepted functions, things deemed vital for safety, health, or protection of property. Many non-essential operations are halted or delayed. Many federal employees are furloughed, sent home without pay temporarily, while accepted employees may continue working, but often without pay until funding is restored. Under the Government Employee Fair Treatment Act of 2019, affected federal employees are guaranteed retroactive pay, i.e. they will receive compensation for the shutdown period once funding is restored. Wikipedia, some services are more vulnerable. Regulatory approvals, grant processing, non-emergency permits, public programs, e.g. WIC research agencies, national parks, visitor centres, restrooms, might shut or operate minimally. But core services, e.g. Social Security, Medicare, National Defence, some law enforcement, often continue, though with strains and delays. Shutdowns impose economic costs, lost output, delays in business, uncertainty, harm to federal contractors, and decreased consumer business confidence. Congressional Budget Office, specific implications for FY 2026, or what to watch. Defense and DoD. The Department of Defense must figure out which personnel are essential versus non-essential. Some civilian positions may be furloughed, some operations may be scaled back. CSI Health, HHS, the Department of Health and Human Services has already prepared contingency staffing plans to keep critical public health and emergency functions operational. HHS.gov, COLA, Social Security Cost of Living Adjustments. A shutdown may delay the Bureau of Labor Statistics' release of inflation data used to compute COLA, and thus delay the official announcement of the 2026 Social Security increase. Investopedia, credit ratings, international confidence. Prolonged or repeated shutdowns could hurt confidence in US fiscal stability. Some rating agencies warn of risks, though others say short-term effects may be limited. Reuters, politics and leverage. Shutdowns become tools in negotiation. Parties may use the leverage of halting services to gain concessions on healthcare subsidies, taxation, rescissions, etc. If you like, I can map out possible scenarios: short shutdown, prolonged shutdown, resolution outcomes, and their projected economic social impacts for 2026.
Wow. Did y'all hear? Could y'all hear that? Yes, a vacation. Yeah, Haley, a vacation. G Mama, what's going on? Wow. Could y'all hear that? Y'all think that's gonna happen? That's crazy. Wow. Kiki Lani. Okay, let's see. Wait, hold on. Let's see what's going on. Wait, some possible scenarios. Hold on.
Here's a scenario-based look at the 2026 government shutdown, really the FY 2026 shutdown that began October 1st, 2025, and what may unfold. Scenario 1, short shutdown, 1 to 2 weeks. Likely path, Congress reaches a temporary deal, continuing resolution after a short standoff. Impacts, minimal long-term economic harm, estimated GDP loss around $15 billion per week if prolonged, but most of it recovers after back pay and resumed activity. Some program backlogs, visa processing, federal research, small business loans, but most catch up in the weeks after reopening. Little effect on credit markets and the 2026 budget process beyond minor delays. Scenario 2, prolonged shutdown, 3 to 6 weeks or more. Likely path, deadlock over spending caps, immigration, healthcare subsidies, etc. Impacts, 750,000 plus federal workers furloughed, several 100,000 more working without pay, national parks, museums, and some regulatory agencies closed or scaled back. Food assistance programs such as WIC may run short of funds. GDP loss compounds, roughly $15 per week, White House memo, with ripple effects for contractors and local economies near military bases and federal hubs. Delays in the 2026 Social Security COLA announcement if BLS inflation reports are late. Potential hit to US credit rating if markets lose patience. Scenario 3, shutdown plus debt limit clash, late FY 2026. Likely path, if a shutdown drags into 2026 and converges with debt limit negotiations, it could become more disruptive. Impacts, bond market volatility, higher short-term borrowing costs for the government, larger stock market swings and business uncertainty. If prolonged, could trigger modest recessionary effects, similar to what CBO warned in previous shutdown reports. Key sectors and populations affected: federal workforce, furloughs and delayed pay, guaranteed back pay later under the Fair Treatment Act of 2019. Defense and security, uniformed military generally continue working, but many civilian DoD staff are furloughed. Public health, CDC, NIH research grants and FDA reviews slow. Emergency response stays active. Travel and business, passport and visa processing slow, which can hit tourism and seasonal labor. Families and vulnerable populations, childcare subsidies, WIC, some housing programs may face interruptions, if long. What to watch next? 1. Congressional negotiations. Look for signs of a temporary continuing resolution. 2. Market reaction. Yields on short-term treasury bills. 3. Agency contingency plans, especially defense, HHS, USDA, TSA, FAA. 4. Duration milestone. If it crosses 21 days, historically tends to inflict more lasting economic drag. Sources and further reading. US to lose $15 B in GDP each week of a shutdown. Politico. Please open your app to see this link. Shutdown could leave 750,000 federal workers furloughed. Time. Please open your app to see this link. Labour unions sue OMB and OPM over the threats of layoffs. Politico. Please open your app to see this link. What's affected by the shutdown? Washington Post. Please open your app to see this link. Impact on the 2026 COLA announcement. Investopedia. Please open your app.
Wow, what is going on? I don't know about a purge, though. Yeah, it sounds very serious, though. Miss Pamela, what's going on, Miss Pamela? It does sound very serious, though. That is breaking news. Spirit Airlines just shut down. Active, how you know this stuff? Wow, not Spirit Airlines. Oh, my bad. If you want to become a member, hit the link I'm about to pin inside the top of the chat. Give me 1 second. Salute, Miss Pamela. Hey, why am I not blue, sir? Oh, that's for the members, Miss Haley. That's for the members. It's members perks. I gotta have some members perks. I've never been on Spirit Airline either. I heard it's cheap. I don't only be in. Oh, okay, Active. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, my brother. I get what you're saying. You know, we don't mention that stuff over here. We don't mention that stuff over here. All right, let's see what they say about Spirit Airlines. Hold on. Appreciate you though, Active. Appreciate you for the information.
It looks like Spirit Airlines is not fully shut down, but it is in severe financial distress and is cutting many routes, furloughing staff, and restructuring on bankruptcy protection. Reuters, here's what's happening. What's going on with Spirit Airlines? Spirit filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy for the second time in 2025. People.com, as part of its restructuring, it's cutting about 40 routes and scaling back service in many locations. Reuters, the airline is furloughing roughly 1/3 of its flight attendants, around 1,800 people, as one of the cost reductions. Business Insider, it also is securing financing to maintain operations during bankruptcy. For example, Spirit has obtained up to $475 million in debtor financing to keep things afloat. Reuters, Spirit is rejecting some aircraft leases to reduce its fleet obligations and cutting back other contractual and airport obligations. Reuters, some airports are being dropped entirely, e.g. Spirit will end service at Bradley International Hartford CT on October 31st, 2025, and Minneapolis-St. Paul MSP on December 1st. CT Insider. What shutdown would imply versus current reality? A full shutdown would mean ceasing all operations, grounding all flights, closing operations entirely. But in Spirit's case, they are still operating, just in a reduced capacity, trimming unprofitable routes and restructuring. Customers with existing tickets on cancelled routes are being offered refunds or rebookings. CBS News impacts and what to watch. For travelers, If you have a Spirit flight, check your flight status. It may be cancelled or altered due to route cuts.
Wow.
You may be offered refunds or alternate flights for cancelled routes. Expect potential higher fares on remaining routes due to reduced competition. CBS News. For employees, many are being furloughed, especially cabin crew. Further staffing cuts, contract renegotiations, and role changes, e.g. pilots asked to take cuts, are likely. Business Insider. For the industry, other airlines are already stepping in to fill gaps. For example, United announced new routes to pick up some of Spirit's cut markets. CBS News. The contraction may push up prices in some markets.
Wow. Well, I guess being so cheap didn't really pay off. Oh yeah, yeah, that's the perks. I gotta if you become a member, I have to give, it says, members, get perks because they paying. So I can't just treat the members like anybody else. So they got other, certain things I could do, but I don't know how to do it because I gotta be more tech savvy. So yeah, so I just said let me just give the members the wrenches for the perks. And I appreciate y'all. Salute to all the members. Appreciate y'all. Bobby Ramos just became a member for 17 more months. And I don't get on here as much as I should, but that's why I'm trying to get on here more for the members. I appreciate y'all. And I do got to do more members only content. Hence why I took that trip. My holiday, as Haley says, I took my holiday. So, I can have some content for y'all. If y'all check the members only, I got some behind the scenes of my trip to Texas, Houston, Texas. No free promotion. Haley, appreciate the what would this be called? Super chat. Appreciate it. Yeah, so I'm trying to come up with different things for the members and also for the supporters and stuff like that. Can you get what you feel about the government shutdown? Well, the government shutdown, I don't that sounds kind of spooky. I'm not gonna lie, but I gotta look more into it. I hope it don't go as extreme as a purge, but it sounds like they said it's gonna be for a couple of weeks. But if it goes longer than that, I guess that means that they're gonna be shutting down. What you mean, like, excuse me, there ain't gonna be no more police, or I'm not really understanding too much. It sounds like a money thing. It sounds like something to do with finances and stuff like that. But I'm not really sure of how this thing works. And as far as the Spirit Airlines, I mean, I can see, they say Spirit Airlines is the cheapest airline, I guess. So maybe it's not getting his money back. So it had to do some cuts, some budget cuts. So you think these two things are connected, or? Look at your beautiful dog. What kind of dog is that, Haley? Is that a German Shepherd? I know nothing about government shutdown. Me neither, Miss Pamela. I don't know nothing about it. Oh, they are connected. Okay. So what you think we going into like some sort of depression? Oh, the federal workers. So that means like the FBI and stuff. But they said the FBI and stuff still going to be active, I guess. So he's a German Shepherd Cross. Okay. It looked like she smiled. It looked like she happy. If dogs could smile, it looks like she's a happy dog. Oh, she's a rescue dog. You do rescue animals too, Haley? Like Bobby Ramos. No, they will not be furloughed. That means no work with pay. Oh, what? How's that supposed to work? No work with pay. I mean, no. Wait. Hold on. What you said? That means no work with pay. No work with pay. If they trying to save money, wait a minute. That don't sound right. If they trying to, sorry. Oh, you're not derailing the conversation. Anybody can speak. Bag of what? Did you say bag of frogs? Is that some like a UK slang? She's a fabulous but crazy as a bag of frogs. Never heard that one. Can they use PTO? What is that, Miss Pamela? PTO. Oh, y'all starting to talk this politics stuff. Listen, PTO. What is that? I never heard that. Crazy than a bag of frogs. Yeah, do some research, right? Crazier than a bag of frogs. Okay. Imagine a bag of frogs. I can't imagine a bag of frogs. Who would put frogs in a bag? A bag of frogs. Well, I guess it would be crazy. Lord. Crazier than a bag of frogs. I would love to hear you say that in your accent, Haley. I bet I could fill a bag with frogs. Lord, now. Oh, paid time off. Oh, okay. They'll be crazy trying to escape. Bobby Ramos, uh, please don't fill no bag with frogs. Is the frogs the bag of frogs crazy or the person who put the frogs in a bag? I don't know. Haley's accent is so cute. Oh, you heard it before, Miss Pamela? Haley, you got on the panel before? I am done. Do you sound like my Skynet? I mean, my Chat GPT got an accent too. Yeah, hold on, let me. I call it Skynet. It's my Chat GPT.
Here's a scenario-based look at the 2026 government shutdown, really the FY 2026 shutdown that began October 1st, 2025, and what may unfold.
Active salute. I appreciate you, my brother. Yeah, get back to your studies, man. I gotta get back to my studies in a little while, or I might, make an appearance on a other platform. If you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't know. She thinks I'm country. I'm done. I went to Kenzo and Barnes panel, but Pam and me chat. Oh, okay. Let's see what's going on. So what type of accent is this, Miss Haley? What type of accent is this?
Hashtag scenario 1, short shutdown, 1 to 2 weeks. Likely path, Congress reaches a temporary deal, continuing resolution after a short standoff. Impacts, minimal long-term economic harm.
Crook, what's going on, my brother? Pam, your accent is brilliant. No, she did not rap the real Slim Shady. I'm done. What's going on? Mike from Boston is in the building. What's going on, my brother? The Holy Ghost of the what? The Holy Ghost of the bag? Crook. I almost forgot where we was. Crook is off the chain. The real Slim Shady. I gotta listen. Miss Pamela, you gotta send me that. You got to send me that with the timestamp because I need to hear this. No. Oh, you thought that was that? Active. I should have read that. I should have read the whole thing before I responded. I can't. Well, I'm about to get up out of here, man. I appreciate y'all for pulling up. I'm about to get up out of here. Y'all getting restless. I know, y'all did good for like 30 minutes. I should have left at the 30-minute mark, but I seen other people pop in, so Cook has left the building. This is the okay. All right, now it's time for me to go. It's time for me to go. Salute y'all. I appreciate y'all. Oh my gosh, y'all held it down for y'all. Listen, y'all did good for like 30 minutes. 30 minutes. I was going to only be here for 30 minutes, but Lord, appreciate y'all. Holla at y'all, boy. Catch you on the next one.